And greetings, everyone. Welcome, welcome. We are on the pastures, the plateau pasture of Pitti Hamaalakut, and this is the Druid Retreat. This is actually kind of a Disneyland for them. It's a small mountaintop where they can come and they can live in the trees, in their beloved trees. And so to make it possible for them to do that, there has to be some infrastructure, there has to be some activities, and this is what this retreat is all about. I'm going to change my view. The sun is going down. We're actually going to have a lantern in hand, and underneath this pasture is actually the infrastructure for Pitti, and you can see our dairy farmers taking care of the cows. This is a dairy farm on top. We have two dairy farmers. We have Macy and we have Mackenzie, and both of them are managing the cows that use this pasture. And this morning on Twitch I was saying, I don't know what's keeping these cows here, because as you can see, there aren't any fences, so they can actually go off if they want, go down the mountain and all of that. I think what keeps them here is that she's feeding them a very special wheat, the Minecolonies wheat, Minecraft, not Minecolonies, Minecraft wheat. And that wheat is a treat to them, and so they stay and allow being milked and such. And this morning, and there they are, this morning on Twitch we were talking about the fact that the wolf does not have a name and yet is still here. I was thinking that we need to do a tag for the wolf to make sure that the wolf stays, doesn't go away. But the wolf is staying anyway. It's almost like the wolf has become a farm wolf who helps Macy and Mackenzie manage the cows. There are also it's dark now. There are also donkeys here, and there's one of them right there. There are a couple donkeys and a couple wild pigs. We're not going to have chickens, we're not going to have pigs, we're not going to have sheep. We are only going to have dairy and the rabbits right here. So without those other meats, we would kind of be limited as far as dietary requests are concerned, if it wasn't for Arnaaluk. Arnaaluk is the main city, and Arnaaluk has three chicken farms, 6 dairies, so 6 farms with cows, and we don't have pigs, but we do have a rabbit hutch there as well. And so those are the meats that we are relying on. Also in this infrastructure area is this is a museum piece. This is what the first 4 people arrived on. Mr. Villager, like a German Shepherd, yes. The wolf is acting like a German Shepherd, is taking care of the sheep and actually enjoys being up here. How are you? You made it, yay! Yay, I'm glad, it's nice to see you. Our little wolf here needs a name, and I was going to Yeah, German Shepherd. And that's where German Shepherd gets its name from, of course, is that it was used for on dairy farms, or actually on sheep farms mostly. And yeah. And so, yeah. So in the beginning, the wolf always looked at me weird and was very wary. But now the wolf has gotten used to the presence of townspeople and is okay, is not running away from me or anything like that. I think they thought they were going to be mistreated in some kind of way, and that was what was going on. It was being simply so sad that I was screaming, "Oh, I know, I'm sorry, I know." And I just couldn't work out the schedule differently. And I wanted to stream something. So if you're here now, I'm going to show you all the cool things that we have done in this last little bit of time. So let me come down here. I'm going to sleep in the museum for a moment. And here is my bed in the museum. And we'll go to sleep. I've got a lamp in my hand. Dun, 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 dun. Did you see that? It said that the researchers, we have some new researchers, and they worked with Ezra, because Ezra is still getting her degree. They worked with Ezra to unravel one of the mysteries, soft shoes. And we actually need soft shoes here. And just because our farms are places where people walk over them a lot. So let me show you. This is our, this mountain top right here, this small little area right here is a part of this forest right here. And this is where Claire, our tree farmer, is taking her trees. So she's replanting trees and growing trees in this area here. And let me do this for a minute. You know how I hate that. That's the closest to an OCD thing that I have, is that thing where you can see the bottoms of trees like that. And so we put in, we wanted to put this balloon, we needed to put a tree farm that had some indication that it was able to work along with the sawmill. We have to have a sawmill in order to get a Fletcher. We have to have a composter in order to get a flower shop. And so because of those things, we had to put in a sawmill. Now, if we had put this sawmill in so that they built it, we would not be able to have the forester up above, because this is one of Thaler's buildings, and the blueprint goes way up into the sky. And so you can't put anything above anything. So we built the level 5 of this first, and then we put in the level 1 of the forest. Now, this sawmill actually can't be used. You don't get a sawmill until I think a level 2 or level 3 of a forester, of a tree farm. So this building is waiting for research to be done in order for it to be built. Remember, we were going to put in a stairwell that came down the side of this hill. However, this building is not finished, and so they began to remove the stairwell that we had put in. They also removed this support. Now, Brittany's not working on this building until level 3, so we're going to put the support back. But the stairwell we're not going to be able to use until this house is a level 5. Now this is the house that Brittany was building for Aaron. And in the process of building this house for Aaron, she and Aaron have become very close. And so they have actually moved in together and are one of the first couples that we have is Aaron and Brittany living right here. We're going to bring this walkway. And why am I using my hands? Why? This is Minecraft. Use utensils, use tools. So this is where we're going to put in just a little walkway place here. We have one, we're supposed to have one on both sides so that there's a way that everyone can get where they're going. And I keep doing that, but now it's okay. So we're going to put this here, and then let's see how far back this comes when we do this. Because we do have housing and mines and stuff in this area, and I'm just curious to see where this is going to end up coming out. There's the house. That's what I thought. Okay, so can we? No. Let's put that there. So we would have to turn this way and come up to here. All right, so that makes a cut in the mountain right now. And I am going to apologize for the white noise you hear behind you that just started. I'm down in a basement area, and the air conditioner is very close. And so it is very hot in the Midwest in the United States right now. They have heat warnings, and so we have an air conditioner running in the place right now. So that's on one side. On the other side, do I want to make it, if I make it a path, then they'll use it. So why don't we do that? Why don't we path it out? I'm going to need dirt. Actually, I won't. Let's do this, and there we go. And when this house is finished, then we'll be able to do such things as put in permanent stairwells and things that will be good in this area. So and let's come here and here. And we're just putting this in so that we can actually see. There we go. So that they can come up in this part right here. And because there's path on this part, they're more likely to use it. And that's why we want to put it in. Because we do actually want them to use it. Now, when they come up to here, why don't we just go ahead and have this come to this area right here. And right here, where do we want them to come down? Right in this area here. Is that a double? That's actually a double right there. Let me see. Yes, right here. So we will put in a little bit of pathing right here that matches with this area where we have this house. right here so we can put this in. Right there, and there we go. Okay, so there are two ways up from this lower area here. And after this is done, we'll bring the grass and all back, and we might even bring some trees back into this section right here. We're going to have this be a wall right here, and this will be interesting, Mr. Villager, if we actually do something with that wall. If we make that wall some kind of building, something else that's going on there. Maybe another set of houses, underground houses, which would be like the Shire houses or cavern style, could fit into that wall, and we'll do that at that time. So Claire is walking up here, and she's gotten stuck trying to get home here. She figured it out, okay. So I kind of need to give her some kind of way of getting home. But I think she's found, let's see what she's doing. Oh, she was going back. She was trying to get back to here. Okay, that's a problem. Let's see if we can get her across this edge here, where we now have something. There might be a way of getting her to go this way, through this. So since she was here and coming this way and going this way, we're going to take these away. Let me see if I can get her a little extension here. So see, that goes up there. Just for a second. Let's try giving her something across this part right here, where she can come up here like this. And then she can come into here and get to her area. So now let me put this down so I can see. So we know she came across here, so she knows how to do that. So then we just need, from right here, we need pathing. And there's pathing down in here. So we'll take one of these and make that go away. And put that in. And let's bring this over here. So we're going to have this part right here be a way that she can get up. And we'll put a little bit of pathing there so she can see that she can use that area to get up and down. She can actually even come here, see, and come that way. So because they can and will, we're going to put some walk right here for right now so that they can come down in this area. And there we go. All right. So this is showing the infrastructure areas here. So underneath here, this is how Brittany was getting to this build at one point, and so she was making this house for Aaron, and so she and Aaron got close while she was doing this. She also is the builder in this area, and so she worked on Aaron's mine and is making the mine the way Aaron wants it to be. And so that work, when she was working with him, they got to be friends, and now they are living together. We have this house, which now Macy is living in. Macy, one of the dairy farmers. These are all level 2s. Brittany has brought all the houses up. So when we get the third farmer, we'll be able to have a place for them to live. Let me look at something here. So the 2 new druids who arrived are not farmers, and so we don't have to worry about doing anything about the farm right now. And let me see if this is a 2 here. This is a 1. Let's have Brittany upgrade this right here. Brittany, upgrade the building. Okay, so Brittany is going to upgrade this farm, and then she'll work on some of the others. Let me see something. Did it say that she finished? She started working on the forester, and I think she had another thing that she was working on. I think let's go down and see what she's working on for a second. I don't want to overload her with too many projects. I usually only just try and do 2 at a time. So let me see how many she has. Yeah, she has 2 now. So she's going to upgrade the tree farmer, and then she'll upgrade the ranch, the cowhands hut, which will be perfect. For both of those fields, we are using Steampunk's ranch pieces because they don't have any structures. How has everything been? Vincentius is fine. As a matter of fact, Vincentius is sitting behind me, and he is, let me see if I can get his attention. Vincentius, Mr. Villager is asking about you. And yeah, we are visiting Vincentius Primus's parents at this particular time, so we are not on the coast of the United States. We are actually in the Midwest, and that's why everything seems strange, the way the background is and stuff like that, and this noisy air conditioner that we can't do anything about. And so yeah, that's one of the things that's happening. Let me come here, but we're doing okay, and I'm doing better than okay, Mr. Villager. I'm doing better than okay. I have been able to roller skate here 4 days a week for the last 2 weeks. That is the most roller skating I've done in decades, and I am so happy about it. And so this has been really wonderful. And so let me come here. There he is. There he is. Okay. And so that was just for you, Mr. Villager. You know how hard it is to get him onto a chat. So consider yourself honored that he made an appearance just for you. Let me see this right here. What are you doing here? Look at this. Look at Lilith. Wow, Lilith. So the city goes way out here, and apparently Lilith has taken to coming down the mountain and checking on things on the outside of the city. Lilith is first druid. Ezra, our kid, was a druid for a few minutes until we got an actual druid, simply because there wasn't anything for her to do. She was a child, and we just decided that she's like, I want to do something. It's like, okay, you be the druid, and you can walk around everywhere and make sure that everything is going okay. And she's like, yay! But when Lilith came in, she recognized that Lilith was going to do the job, and she started going back to school. So she's in the university studying, and she has 2 new teachers now. So Leandro is working on the town hall. We are up to 24 people. 25 is the maximum with the town hall that we have now, so we have to raise the town hall. Raise, not destroy, R-A-Z-E. We have to expand the town hall, in other words, build it up to another level in order to get more people. So Leandro is working on that. Let me do something here. I'm going to take these out, and I'm going to put these in. There we go. And so that's one of the things that's going on. Am I going to be okay with this, or do I need a piece of oak underneath? I think I'm going to put oak underneath these for just a minute. And then put these back right here in these places where there's nothing underneath these. So, yeah, it's my little it's my little OCD thing here. I'll put that there, and what was this? Is this just grass? It must have been one of these. Otherwise, why would it have shown? So we'll put that there. And, oh yeah, because he must have fixed this part, because see, this is missing right here. So Cade has started working, and this is the new level 2 tavern. Dun, 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 dun. So the level 2 tavern now has the beer garden upstairs. So the beer garden is available. Did I take away the seat from there? I sure did. Hold on a second. I'm going to have to fix that. I took away the seat. Let me come here. What do I need? I need this. I need a tag tool. And we're going to come out here. Let's do this for a second. And there we go. So now we can see the existing tags. And see, there are 2 tags there, but there's no seat. I took the seat away because the seat wasn't working properly. So I've got to get somewhere where I can look at that. There it is. So let me erase there's nothing there. So let me erase that one, and this one right here where there's nothing there. Erase that. And here's 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's one there. Erase that. I don't want them sitting on the ground. So we'll put those. Let's go up for a minute with the sit tag and make sure that all these seats have tags to them. Excellent. Okie dokie. And so now we can put the tag back, the tag tool back here, and those tags go away. So this is the beer garden. This is the reason that I wanted this particular tavern. because it has this open air area up here where people can sit and look at, and they're in the trees, and they can look out over the forests, and it's just gorgeous. They can even look out over the farmers market, which is really cool, and see all the trees and the flowers in this area, and that is what I wanted. Now the level 3 also has a downstairs area, and that'll be fun too when the time comes. But for now, this is perfection. Two of our newest druids are living here, Brielle and Brinley. They just joined just during the Twitch stream, and we will have something for them to do ultimately. Look at this. Look at him. He's making stuff. He's using milk. Ooh, I think he's making yogurt or cream cheese or something. But look at that. Yay. Excellent. And this is our baker. And the other morning, we actually saw her making stuff. She has an empty bottle right now, and I think all her breads went to the restaurant, but she was making breads earlier. That's either Cade or that's Leandro, who just went by. And and who is that? That, I believe, was one of the couriers. Is that possible? It might be. So this is what we put in, Mr. Villager. See this right here? Doesn't it look like one of the trees in this forest? This tree right here? This is actually the level 5 jungle apiary. And the apiary on the inside looks like this. Isn't it gorgeous? So it's like you are able to come in and be inside a beehive. And I just loved it so much as the idea of what we're doing, that this is a Disneyland kind of place, that kids and adults would be able to enjoy coming inside an actual beehive. And so that is why we changed the tree from jungle to birch to match the trees in the forest. And not just any birch, the golden birches. And there it is right there. I see something that would really be good. And I'm going to go up and get a piece. I think I have a piece now. Yes, I do. Because see right here, see this? That can grow from there. And I think that's actually the only place that it can grow from. So that's perfect. So this entire tree is the apiary right here. Why is it a level 5 when everything else is 1s and 2s? Because it's in conflict with this dormitory right here. It made a portion of the dormitory go away. Luckily, we hadn't built that much. But we don't want it to make the house go away. So we had to do that. I'm having some juice. Just for a moment. And so, yes. So speaking of dormitories, this is a level 2 university now. And this is what the level 2 university looks like. This means that Ezra can do 2 researches, and she just finished. Yes, congratulations, Ezra. And she just finished doing 2 things. This is what we're going to have her do next, the outpost. And right now, oh, it's not, That's not what we need the town hall for. We need it for something else. We have enough houses to do a level 2 of getting people, so we'll be able to go up to 50 as soon as we have the stakes from it here. We could also do circus, bring a circus to town, and we can have them be more satisfied with their food, and we can do first aid. So those things we need to collect from Arnaaluk: the cake, the cookies, and the hay bales, in order for her to work on some things. In here, I know, I'm being really dangerous. In here, we are working towards an archery. And in order to do that, we need to have a barracks level 3. So we're not even to level 3 buildings yet. So unfortunately, we have to wait for the archery. It is 5:30 their time, and the sun is already down. Oh, and it's raining, and the moon is coming up. There's the moon coming up right there, and everyone's going to go home in a little bit. But right now, this is where the future school is going to be, and we are going to have a little school. There are some druids who would like their kids to experience what it would be like to be raised in a real forest. And so this is going to be one of those things where certain kids and families will have the opportunity to have that experience. We now have a level 2 library up here, and there's Sadie. She was getting a book to take home because it's time for the end of the day. And Aubrielle and Brinley are doing research up here, and they are teaching their professors. So they're teaching Ezra. They're helping Ezra with her studies. And so that is what's going on there. So we're going to go down. It is raining. It does rain in the trees. And this is one of the dormitories right here. This is a dormitory. We have a new dormitory right here. And this new dormitory actually has a level 2. And this is why there weren't any trees up in this area. Any leaves. Why he took off all the leaves. When this is done, we'll return it to a birch. This is going to be a birch. So you know how in your house you can build a house out of oak, but you can decide to have maple floors or birch floors or hardwood, some kind of hardwood floors. So that's kind of what's going on here. The use of jungle wood is that it is accessible, that Arnaaluk is growing it, that these tree houses are what we want. And so we're going to keep the plank wood, but the logs will be transitioned out back to the birch trees that they are grafted into. These buildings are grafted into these trees. So here's Watson's home right here, and right down there is Cade's. This is Builder's shop right here, and this is for Cade. And Cade is working on a residence. He only has the residence now. So that means we can give him a second residence. We're trying to get all of the residences done, and then we will upgrade the essential buildings. That's a level 2 there. This is a level 2 here. There's 2 beds. We can see them. This is not a level 2 here. And let me see if he's working on this. He is not. So we're going to add this to Cade's roster here so that he works on that and makes that building a level 2 as well. And back here, this is only a level 1, and eventually Cade will work on this. And let's look at this one. Ooh, this is a level 2. Yay! So let me look at something here. Let me look at this. So Cade is here. Watson is not done yet. Let me close this for a minute. Watson's home hasn't been finished. Until there are couples, we might have Cade and Watson share this house. So they're not a couple, they're just sharing the house right here. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So let's have Cade come over here. It's a much better location anyway for him. And so the two guys are sharing this house together right now. Over here, Romina and Morgan, the baker and the owner of the restaurant, are sharing this house together. Right, this is the dormitory. They're living in the dormitory until I get a house in that restaurant area, which I haven't done yet. And so the two of them are living here. And then back here where we moved Cade out of, I might put Sadie there if it's only one, but if it's two, and it is, excellent. So we are going to move Aubriel and Brinley out of the tavern, and they're both going to live here. So they will come here, they'll move all their stuff and come out here, and Cade will move his stuff out and go in and live with Watson. So these are people sharing houses until such time as we have partners going on. And Sadie is in this apartment here, and this is one of the ones that needs to be upgraded. And I think he only has, yeah, there it is, he's going to work on that building. Okay, so it's nighttime and it's pouring down rain. Let me go down, what time is it? It's only after 1:30 their time, but I'm going to go down Cade's elevator and go to Penelope's Druid station and sleep because it's raining. And rain is the most wonderful time to go to sleep. So we're going to come down here and sleep right down here. And here we go. All right. Let Alice just crawl into bed here. And there we are. And this is one of the things that's been happening, where it's like I'm not quite sure why I am so sleepy, but I am sleepy. This is the middle of the day here, and yet I am so sleepy right now. So one of the other things that we did, and I think you were here for this, Mr. Villager, this is just a level 1 hospital so far, but we added housing for off-duty firefighters, and this housing is specifically level 5 because we had to join these pieces together, and we needed to be able to do that. And I think in this one right here, I love this green wall. And And so I'm going to continue that green wall in that section right there. And then they have the sand wall. But this is actually the, don't I need a piece of wood? I do. On this wall right here. I absolutely do. And there we are. Okay, that's more like it. Okie dokie. And so this is one of the apartments that can sleep for firefighters right here, off-duty firefighters. And then over here we have this house that can sleep 5 off-duty firefighters. 2 here, 2 here, and around the corner here a single bed right there. And then over in this corner right here for off-duty, we have a couple's. This king-size bed is here for Druid couples to enjoy. I think I am deciding that I'm going to not have this water area here, and we're going to put in a second couple's apartment there for the Druids. So there'll be 2 places where Druid couples can be, and then 2 places that house singles if they're off duty, and these are firefighters. And we've had some, I don't know that at Krasno, do you remember, Mr. Villager, did we have any firefighter couples? I don't think we actually did. I think we had some firefighters who worked really well. Oh yes, we had one. Remember a young couple, the female firefighter, her dad was killed in a fire, and she decided to take over his bakery. And so her partner firefighter came out of the military with her, and opened a second bakery. So they were both bakers in Krasno. The second firefighter opened a little coffee shop bakery. Remember that? And so yeah, we have had one before. So this area right here, we're going to put in another Arcology house, and we'll use that house to make the bedroom that we have here. And I think that'll be good. Okay, just for a second. And I was trying to think, why? Why am I so sleepy? I think it's just stress. That all of us are under an immense amount of stress. And I'm not taking any medications. I'm not taking any things to keep me awake. I'm not using any energy drinks or things like that. So I feel myself being sleepy during this time. How much time do we have? We have a half hour. I think that's everything. I think I kind of showed you everything. There is a house off this cliff right here, off of this cliff right here. And this is the enchanter's house. And let's look and see what we have here. I'd have to go up and see. This is the enchanter's center, the enchanting center right here. And this is the enchanter's book. And let's see. So, Aubriel and Brinley are not enchanters. In order for them to be enchanters, they would have to have way more knowledge than they have, and it would be a waste of their dexterity. They actually have quite a bit of dexterity, and we do need them to be Fletcher, a beekeeper, although they're not going to be, and two other things that need that. And am I going to go look for a minute? Sure, why not? An alchemist. So an alchemist, a beekeeper, a Fletcher, and a florist. The florist and the let me look at that for a second. Let's come back here and let's look at them just for a moment, since we can. So let's come to manage workers, and Fletcher, beekeeper, florist, and alchemist are all dexterous. Then we have mana, and the mana for these two, and there it is 18s, and dexterity is 18. So this is actually an alchemist. So Aubriel is probably an alchemist, or Brinley. Actually, Brinley is going to end up being the alchemist. Let's do something for a second, because I can see what's going to happen here. Let's put these newcomers on the list. So the last newcomer we had was Otis Greenway, and now we are adding Aubriel, Ielle, and she actually was the next one that was hired, not just alphabetically. And we're going to put possible alchemist. We don't have an alchemist yet. We would have to research for that, and so we haven't done that, so we're putting possible. And then the second druid, Brinley, and yeah, Ley. This is my Akasha records that I have. It's a Claybrook. I'm not sure I've ever had a Claybrook. I'm going to have to go back and look at some of the other cities and see if I've had a Claybrook before. And based off of her skills right now, she has dexterity, the next highest, of course. Intelligence is interesting. So mana and intelligence, she could run the university. Let's have Brinley run the university. I like the idea of that. So let me come here for a second. We're going to have it show that Brinley is the dean of the university. We're going to see how that works out. Even though I'm putting her head there like that, I think the dean of the university has to have something that she doesn't have, but we'll find out in just a moment. We're walking the walkway here where Charlie, one of our druids, is. This walkway goes right down into the mystic site, and on the other side of the mystic site there is a little walking area here, and that goes to the university, the elevator. We'll take the university elevator up, and let's go in and let's look at setting her up here. So Brinley, the knowledge is 8. That is low. I think we're just going to have her do research right now. I'm trying to think if there's anything she's going to lose. Let's look at intelligence on the list and see what else. Intelligence is a librarian. And that's it. That's it. So she's not a, she's a librarian. She's not a dean of a university. She's actually a librarian, A-R-I-A-N. And we are making her the librarian. So she's already in the library. This is going to be her job. She's not going to have a different job. Now, when it comes time for an alchemist, if we can't find anyone, if no one else steps up, then she will probably become the alchemist at that time. So Brinley is actually going to be here. And, wait, what? Did you hear me just say that after I said Aubrielle is going to be the alchemist? Oh my gosh. So Brinley is actually the librarian, and she and Ezra are going to be responsible for all the research being done at this particular time until we get some other people, and that is what we have. All right, so let me look and see if anyone got finished. Okay. Everyone is done. I can't really look too closely at this. I think there are some things that they could research, but I'll wait until I want to give up my extraordinary powers. And I don't want to do that right just yet, because I actually want to put in a couple of things. And I'm trying to see what I want to do about it. If we wanted to have a blacksmith, we could, so that we're not dependent on old tools being shipped off to Arnaaluk and coming back. We could put a blacksmith here, just outside of his house, underneath in the mountain under here. And I kind of like the idea of that, if I can find one that I'm going to like. So we need a blacksmith, we need a planned sugar farm, and we need an extra couples room for that area. We've got a half hour, so we're not going to get all of that done. Let's look at some blacksmiths for a minute, and let's look at an Old English blacksmith for a minute, since it just happened to be here. And let's go to industry, to mechanics. No, I think a blacksmith is actually under fundamentals, comp mining, and there it is. And look what we've got here. Ooh! Look what we have here. Level 6. How many floors is this on? It's only on 1, and it's only this piece right here. This is actually not bad. This is interesting. I have a place where I can put this. Let's X. We're going to have a blacksmith. Let's go down here. We've got this hallway down here that we put in because the couriers wanted to come through this cave in order to get to this area down here. And so right back here where the farms are, right here, in this area right here. This is the farm, but this is nothing, because this was a hallway so that they could get to here. And I wasn't trying to encourage them, I just didn't want them to get hurt. And so if I made a legitimate place for them to come in, then they would be okay. What if we put that English right here? So let's X out, let's come back, and that was mechanics. No, let's look in fundamentals. That's mining, and there it is, level 6. So that means it has to be facing this way, which means this will work as far as this is concerned. As far as this is concerned, this might be a problem here, because of where those are coming to. This is not a level 5. They will take this stuff away if it's here. Let's look at the level 1. For right now, if we put this in, this isn't going to be a problem right here. So let's assign a builder. I like the blacksmith being here. Blacksmith, what's interesting about this blacksmith is that there isn't any water or any ovens for this blacksmith. See this right here? So we've got this wall or this wall. Probably not this one, because this one is where this part over here is. I just walked through the water there. But see where we are? See this right here? But if we did it right, we could have this go over to the blacksmith. So if we do the blacksmith the way we're talking about, we can make this wall, this is the level 5, make this wall right here where the chimney is, and have the steam rise up from this area. Let's look and see where that is. So yeah, it's going to rise up. See where that is right there? It's going to rise up right in this area right here. And I think that's going to be okay. We can put, so out here, one of the houses has a chimney in the pasture, and to protect the animals, the chimney is covered like this. This is actually good because when it gets hot, no, not hot, when it's too cold, when it's really freezing, this is actually a place where the animals can get warm. And so I think we're going to have another one near the town hall where we can do that if we put the blacksmith in right there. I love the idea of that. So let's come down here. As we can see a bunch of hut blocks down here. There's still room to put, we were thinking in this area here, we actually have to have a real door, because these walls, even though they look empty, are actually have stuff on them at level 5. And so we have, this is actually a door here. This is a door here. So we have a door here. What's the matter with you?
It's a fine afternoon.
Podzol? Podzol? Really? Okay. Well, that's going to be a minute. We'll have to wait on that. So I will work on it. We'll say that. And let's move back over here for a second. and see what I want to do here. So if we put a blacksmith here, let me look at this area right here. This is pretty thick. So if we put a blacksmith right here, we can still put a farm field right out here, because this is over in this area right here that we're talking about. And the question is, based on where this is, do I want to bring this back some more? But I think not. I think this is good. So let us assign a builder. And there we go. And we are going to assign Troy to work on this building. Build the building. Troy has had some... Oh! Oh! No. All right, so there's a problem. We are not having whatever goes before this. So if this is not a mine at a higher level, if this is not, if this needs a stonemason, or if this needs something like that, we're not going to be able to have a blacksmith. Let's go to the, is there anyone here? Simeon's there. Can Simeon see me? We can. Let's come down into this cave. We're going to act like Superman and get rid of our superhero skills. So we're going to tab over. We're going to become a survivalist with hearts. And there we are. So, just a sec. Interesting. I forgot about that. So now I have hearts, so I can't fly. I'm not a superhero. And yes, mermaids have superheroes, just like Wakanda. That Tana is like Wakanda, where they have superheroes. So we're going to go to the town university, to the university here. So we're going to take the regular road up to here. And let's come up and go to the, I forgot about that. I forgot that that's one of the reasons why we weren't having certain things. So let's go here and let's look at technology. So this is a stonemason unlocks. It requires a mine. We are not going to have one. Let me make the crusher. We don't need. We're going to rely on Arnaaluk for those things. A concrete mixer we don't need. These things, I'm not concerned about them. They have to do with the crusher and the stonemason, and those things don't matter. This right here requires a stone smeltery to know the end and to do some of the things there. Woodworking here, this is why we need a sawmill, and that requires a forester level 3, so we're not going to have a sawmill for a while. And then this is what we're after, not these. We are after the Fletcher right here. What's this? A mine level 2 unlocks a smeltery. And we're not going to have a smeltery. There's one at Arnaaluk. We don't need a glass shop. We're going to get our glass from Arnaaluk. Here's something. There it is. So we can have a blacksmith at level 3. But that's actually good because we can have one. And that will allow us to have the miner get more ore, which would actually be good. I apologize if I was talking loud. I start to compensate for the noise. So this is actually good. We'll be able to have the miner be able to find more ores if we have a blacksmith. And this is perfect. Citizens' tools can be stronger. This is excellent. And block placing speed. All of this is covered by this blacksmith, which is perfect. So we just need a mine level 3, and then we'll be able to open those other parts there, and I'm good with that. We can even have a mechanic. And we might put a mechanic down here in the infrastructure area so that there's someone to do the tools and stuff like that. And I like the idea of that. A mechanic isn't going to give us much that's about gates. I don't care about that, but a mechanic in regards to tools is going to be good. So we're probably going to want to get up to level 3 as soon as we can. And
I don't feel very appreciated.
What is the matter with you, Parnell? Oh, Ezra! Ezra! What do you mean? You're a kid. Maybe that's why she doesn't, because I keep referring to her as a child. And I apologize, Ezra. I won't do that anymore. I'll treat you as an adult, and your research
is difficult.
Living here is difficult because there aren't any others your age. Probably so. So we will try and see if we can find some other kids her age.
I'll take care of it.
No, you can't. So see how young she is? See this? This is her age. And this is what's happening. Now her mana has grown and her intelligence because she is researching at the university. And she's doing really well. But at this particular point, nothing else is going to change for her much until she lives in higher housing. And I think that'll help get some of her skills to come up. And we'll see about that at the time. Let's come back here for just a moment. Let's look at this. And so right now, of all the things, we're going to check and see if we have any stakes that we can start. And we're just waiting for level 3. We're going to be waiting for everyone to get up to level 3 to put in the rest of the things that we need. So why did we need a town hall? For the graveyard and for, if I'm not mistaken, combat. I think for combat we actually also need, although this is saying only, no, we're not doing that. We're doing this step. So we want to get plate armor. And plate armor is a blacksmith. And we didn't even really kind of think about that. So we would never get plate armor here. Do we need it? If we didn't have a blacksmith. So we'll see. In the meantime, until we get up to level 5 of some of these buildings, we can actually have iron armor for the druids, and we can have steel, which is interesting. No, I'll have to look at that. Telescope. We do want a telescope. We are going to have a telescope here as well as in Arnaaluk, and so we do need that. And then, of course, for paranormics, I think we can do this. Yay! So we can do 64 arrows on our way to paranormics. Paranormics needs a barracks level 3. And we're good to go. Now that was reduced, by the way, which is good, because why are the druids not helping to fight? And so this allows them to have their skills much sooner in the game, and this is good. Other than that, we don't need anything from combat. We just needed the archery. And for competitive archery work, that's what we want. So we can't have the blacksmith until we have a level 3 mine. So we'll have Troy work on some other stuff while we're waiting. Not going to have that. And this is what we need. So Troy will help the others. It's nighttime. I could go up here. There's no one in this balloon right now. No one can really see me here. They kind of can over there. Maybe I should go over to this side. This is good. Let's change into a being with superpowers. We're changing back, and here we are. So let's look at a hive plantation, sugar farm, and let's see what we're going to find out. Let's come here. Let's look at Old English, and let's look at farm complex. Wait, there it was, right here. Wow. This is all a part of the sugar farmer. There we go. Right here. Sugar farmer is meant to be a part of a bigger... Look at this. See that? Level 5. I felt a wind. I felt a wind. Let me come here for a second. And we don't really need this. So we're going to switch out Arcology. Let's look at the sugar farmer for Arcology. Oh, I forgot that we're down too far. Hold on. We have to raise this up above this. So let me look at this. Okay, and this is the sugar farm. Let's switch to Shire. Shire additions, no. Shire. Yes, and let's look for a sugar farmer here. Level 5. Oh, yeah. This is the one that has the water, that is on the water, which is actually really kind of cool. We have this one at Rosa Oru, at the gold mining town, and that's not going to work here. Steampunk, I don't think. Sandy, I haven't seen Sandy's sugar farmer. Let's look. Because they're, wrong side. And there we go. This is nice. This is good. We can, Baylor. Oh, man. No. Okay, this would have to be put out in the desert somewhere. And this was made for the desert, so, jeez. So we can't use this because it's got a ceiling that goes up like 10 stories. And that's not going to work for us. So let's switch to cavern. And let's look at, I didn't get it. Ooh, let's go back one. There it is. And let's look at default plantation first. Ah, yes. This is one of the ones that's fully inside. So if this looks like this is default. And then let's come back to alternative plantation. This is my favorite. I love this. So we already have 2 of these at Arnaaluk. So yeah, I mean, we could use that. I would prefer something else here. Did I look at Shire? I did, right? And yet I don't remember. Hold on. Shire, horticulture, plantation. Oh yes, the one with the water. That's right. All right, so now what? Let's look at jungle. Oh yeah, we talked about this. Yeah, this is the plantation. Right here, level 5. So it has that little hut. It has this area right here. And this section here. Did we talk about putting it over here? I think that's where we're going to put it. The sugar farm on top of this spot right there. And I think we're going to wait. Why? Let's X for a second. There isn't anything that seems to be saying you have to research this in order to have a plantation. Let's come here. Let's go to horticulture, the plantation, level 5, and let's see what we've got and how big it is in comparison to this hilltop. The hilltop is a teeny bit smaller than this. Just a teeny bit. So we're not going to be able to do this. Oh, which means Incan. Incan. Let's look at the Incan one. Horticulture, plantation, level 5. Look at this. Look what we've got here. So this is the Incan plantation. Oh, it's that temple. I forgot about that. Yeah. This is the one that has this temple at top. It makes it look like it's like some kind of sacred site. And cactus on the bottom, sugar in these areas here, and you can see that that is bamboo on top, sugar here, cactus below. I don't think so. All right, let's go to Hive. Not here. I mean, the hills, yeah, that works, but I don't think so. All right, let's go to Hive. I don't know which way he went. He might have gone to lay it down. This is a sugar farm. Ooh, look at this thing. Let's do the level 5. Now, Hive is one of the last things that's been done, and it's really impressive with the way that it's being built. This is actually quite nice. Where would I put such a thing? So see how it has these two, it has 2 doors on both sides right there. Let's look. Those are not doors on this side, which is interesting. This actually would work. Let's try something for a minute. Let's go inside. Let's see if we can put this at the end of the builder's shop. Let's see what it would be like. So the builder's shop is right here, and it's not going to work because we have that hallway right there. We were talking about putting the horticulture plantation level 5, just so that I can see everything. And let me see if I can see how this building is going to go in here. I need to be able to find the entrances. That looks like an entrance. That is an entrance right there. So if that entrance was here, a part of this right here, the hut block is sitting way back there. Let's see what that looks like outside, because there's no guarantee that that's going to work. Just for right now, just because I can, we're going to put this here, close this up, and let's come up and let's find that hill. Let's find where this is. So we've got a hut block here. Look where this is. So this is underneath all of this. Look how far out this is coming. Are you kidding? Is it coming all the way out to there? Hold on, let's go in here for a minute. Doesn't that seem awfully far? Look at this. Oh my gosh, it actually is coming all the way out. if we attach it. And look, we're attaching the wrong doorway. Yes, we have a dungeon here. Let's come to, where's the other one? Did it get closed up? I thought we had, let me put a light on. Oh, that's fascinating. Yeah, that goes down. That is actually a closed off walkway right there. And let's see. How interesting. So from where we're putting that in, this is how far back this is. So I don't even think it's going to affect the blacksmith area. We're going to go in and raise it up and see if it affects, see if it has an effect on the the upstairs part, if it comes through, because it's not at the right location. So see that right there? That's the second floor. And we need this to go up. So let me bring this here so that I can see this doorway going up until we're at this doorway. So this is the doorway that's supposed to be there. Let's push it back through and let's come around the corner in this area here. And sure enough, look at that. So there's a portion of the building where we wanted to put the blacksmith, so we wouldn't be able to put it there. I think that that's what's going to happen, that it's more important for us to have the farms in this area, specifically, oh, I stepped in the water, I stepped in it, specifically the, yeah, see this right here? Oh, yeah, we can't have this. Wow. Because there's already this apartment up here. See these things? These are inside. Ooh. Let's go up and see if it shows on top. If it shows on top, wait, there's no way down? Oh, I have to go this way. There's no way down that way. If it shows on top, this is going to be very strange. Let's come here. I don't have any kids, so I shouldn't be able to have anybody who can crawl through that. But let me see if we see this coming up through the surface here. It's right here. Oh, we can't do this at all. See where this is? This is going to, there's a comedy club right below this building. So we're just going to exit out right now. As beautiful as that is, it can't go from that side. So let's exit for a second. Let's look at this hill and see if we want to have it come out from someplace else. If we want to have that specific
My bed is calling.
sugar farm, that means it's... Really? She said my bed is calling and it's sunset. They usually say that in the morning. Somebody noticed. That is so funny. That's been like that for years. So we'll forget about going in that direction. The things we have in that direction are actually good. We have this area here, and we can see how much is there. There's not enough room. And over here, we've kind of painted ourselves into a corner. We have. Yeah. I'm only just now thinking about a sugar farm. Ah. Oh, how interesting. Well, now here's an interesting thing. So remember that we were talking about having the blacksmith down here where Aaron was. But what if we actually have the sugar farm down here underground in this area right here? What if we have the sugar farm here? Let's look at it. It's big. And let's come here, horticulture, with a plantation. And let's bring it out for a minute and let's do the level 5. So this is how much, wait. Oh yeah, that's just the second floor. That's what happened last time. This is the first floor. Right here. Let me bring this down so that it's flat to that section, and let's see how far up it comes. This is a monster. Look at this. Look at that. Look at how close it is. Whoa. Let's first of all push it all the way back in and see if it sticks out the other end. This is where it would be. Right here. And there it comes again. Now if it's here, the door, let's bring it down this way as far as we can. I think we can bring it to here. On this side, and on this side. I'm good with that. Level 5. See, there's no building showing right here, and that's good. And then there is that entrance there. What's going on while we can see that entrance and not see the bottom one? It's very curious. All right, and the doorways are there. We wouldn't be able to have this. So we probably end up having something in between, just a narrow walkway. And I don't even think we're going to. See, there's the house. So see how far up the house comes here? So we'll bring the dirt back around this house when it's finished. And see this area right here where this is? We can have the walkway be right here. And go up just the way it's going up. And I think I'd rather do that. That means that we'll probably take this whole thing down right here because there isn't anything that's going to be there. We could have it be here. It's a monster and it fits under here. So let's look at something for a minute. According to what I'm looking at, this should be an entrance right here in the same way that this is an entrance right here. And this entrance right here, the hut block is up here. So let's come up one. Let's look. So that's on a completely different floor. Let's see what we're looking at. Let's see if I can find a way up. I'm not finding anything. But there's no question that the hut block is sitting right up here, right in this spot, right here. So it's sitting on the second floor. And there is an interesting thought, people, that this is sitting on the second floor. Are we going to have a walkway here? A walkway right here that goes over in this area and then have stairs come up and join it somewhere there. Let me get an axe while I'm thinking for a second. Tempo Captain. Yeah, I thought I was going to put this here, but I really can't. Let's close this off, and let's get these pieces away. We thought we were going to put in Arcology area here, but it's not, it just isn't working to have the stairwell here. So I think we're going to end up just kind of having something somewhere else. So this is this building here. There is nothing here. This comes off here and here. There's nothing here. Let's bring that off. Down here. So see, this is inside of this area right here. I'm going to put the torch somewhere. Let's put one here for a minute. Let's get the axe. And we'll just go ahead and take these pieces off. Like this part. I don't have to take stuff down that often. We do redo stuff from time to time. In other words, we get into a situation where we have another build. I would put another build over top of this and talk about that build as being specific in some kind of way. I don't need any of this. This is actually not a part of this. There. Okay. Actually. Did you win? All right. We did remove a portion of the roof here. So we're going to bring this part over come to there. And that matches the other side.
See you tomorrow.
And we added a step here, which is why there's something there. And it's morning. And so there goes Aaron. He's going off to the mine. And Brittany is taking this path also, and she's going off to her job. And there's Cade, and Cade is using our new location piece and going off in this direction. So if I put this here, this is the thing, it doesn't really have any kind of front to it. So it's not like Cavern. It's not like Shire. where they are meant to have a front entrance that looks onto something. This would just be these openings right here. We could take Arcology and make an entrance for them in this yard and have that be a part of this tree area where we're going to grow back some trees. We could do that. Because of its size and how long it's going to take to build. Brittany, for example, would be working on it as long as she was working on this right here. Is she going to take away the top right here? Is she going to take away the flooring in that area right there? We'll have to wait and see. But that's as far up as it's coming. I would like to put it here. And this top floor piece right here that's like this, we'll see what we want to do as time continues. We'll either make this a window or we'll make it an entrance and it goes through to some kind of walkway that's right along this edge. So, can I reach the hut block? I can. And so let's come here and let's do this and let's assign a builder. And there we are. So we can see where this is. And there is the hut block right there. And let's come down. I've got a pickaxe in my hand. Let's go ahead and mine this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces of iron. We'll put this in. Let me do this for a second. I can't tell if I'm off screen from there. But yeah, let's do something for a minute. Nope, can't do that. Okay, so hopefully you can see me. Let's get iron. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we'll put it right here. So this is going to be an interesting dig for Brittany when she gets done with what she's working on. Now, if a planter is there, one of these houses is going to have to be for the planter as well, and that'll be fine. We'll be able to do stuff with that. But then it will be understandable why there is this front. And look at something for a second. Let's touch down here. Let's go to cavern. There we go. Let's go to decorations and facades and look at a stone facade, a double. Let's see what this looks like. This facade. Yeah, see this facade right here? We could do a facade like this in front of building. Let me see for a second. Let's see what I'm looking at. This is too big, so let's get a single decoration, facades, stone. Let's get a single one of these. This is perfect. See this like this? So then in front of that hive entrance, so there's the hive entrance right there, we could have this actually. We could actually have this. Let me take a pickaxe right here. Yeah. So see that part sitting right there? Let's bring this out. That's it, all right. Right there. So this is a double door entry. Let's see what the single door entry looks like. Decorations, facade, stone, single, and I believe that this is now a single. And let's see what this looks like here. Oops. So we've got a piece coming here. So that means that there would be a balcony right here as well in this little area right here. These two things would look like this. And if we go back to cavern to decorations, facades, black stone, beige stone, single would look like that. On the front of this hill. And that's the top of it right there. So it would be sticking out this much into this hall area. I actually kind of like it. And how do we get it to be single? It's still looking like it is still a double, even though it said it was a single. I think it's not. Facade stone, single. Let's come down here. Singled and singly. So those are all the different kinds that you can have. This kind has a stair that goes down right there. Ooh, on both sides. That's actually quite lovely. And if it came all the way up to here, right on the edge of that, we could probably join them together. Oh, except for the entrance. I think we need the entrance. Oh, wait, we can have it be here. Then the entrance is, oh, but look. It's not in the right place. That's what that's about. That is what that is about. Let me check here and see what we can do. Facade, stone. God, this actually is nice, except that that is in the wrong place. That part right there. And then when we come up here, see, there's no door here for that. And this is actually coming up super high. This one is. So let's go back here. Facades, stone. We were looking at the double. And then we changed it to the single. Let's see if there's a door. Nah, look at that. We can't do it. See that? It covers up the door. The second story door is covered. Well, luckily I saw that before I got my heart set on it. Facade, stone, double, no. So we need to do a single, and a single right here. So that single's too big. And let's just see if we can do a facade, stone, single, that's too high. That one's closer. And these are 2. So we can't use those as much as I would like to. If I did, if I used a single, I want to. That's why I keep trying. If I do a single, this is the one that's too high. See how high up it is? So let's do decoration, facade, stone, single, single. This is the one. We would have to do this one to keep it from being too high up. And we can do that. And then the door is not in the right place. It doesn't matter. The door is not in the right place for the second floor. So see how it comes up right here into 2? We can have it come down into 1. That's what we'll do. How many levels is this? This is a decoration that's a single. I can put this in right here. I just have to make sure that on the hive building, it's only coming to here. So see that part? The hive building is inside this, right here. And where the hive building is, gosh, I wish I could see it a little tiny bit more to see which side should I put that on. So let's bring the hive building up for a second. Let's X this. So which one is this? This is the single Leah. And let's X. Let's come over here. And let's come here. Let's touch down. Let's go to hive. And let's look at the plantation, which is horticulture. Plantation. Let's raise this up above the field. That's why the field is coming on, because it's in the field. And let's do the level 5. So the way we have this in here, yeah, so see what's going to happen? See these right here? They're going to be right in the way of that on both sides. So I would say we'd have to wait until this is built, and then we can decide if we're going to do something interesting for the outside. Because these garden pieces come up so far right here, hold on. I'm not going to like it. I'm not going to like that it's off sides. I'm just not going to like it. But now I have an interesting thought. So see that this is the way you actually go in, and then this down here is the grow beds down underground here. There are these grow beds. I'm wondering if I think I want the grow beds to be on that level. I don't want it to go underground unless we're going to put something on top of it, like a house or something on top of it. This is interesting. Normally I do this kind of stuff on Twitch, and I don't often do a thing here. I'm coming up to where the hut block is, and let's brick it. I'm going to wait on that. I've had stuff like that where I tried to put something somewhere and I couldn't make it myself satisfied with it. So the one thing that we needed was plantation, a blacksmith, and the archery. However, I don't want tourists coming into this area for the archery. This is fine for the plantation being there. For the archery, which is going to be really difficult, let's come down here. Let's look at the jungle and let's find an archery in the military section, and let's raise it up super high so that those go off. And this is in fact the archery right here. Let's raise this up even higher so that those buildings don't interfere. So the way the archery is, we have areas here, that's interesting, where they have competitive archery games, and that's this, and that's all it is this right here. Let's look at the one for Dark Oak. And the Dark Oak archery is this building. So down, ooh. So this is competitive. This is where they come to compete. And up here, this is where they have meetings, and there's some work that can be done. This is where the things are kept. The bows and arrows and things are kept in this area. I like this. This is actually a rebuild or something. I don't ever remember this looking like this. And look at this little area up here. Look at this, with a little place for a restaurant, for a cafe or something. That is perfect. So this is definitely the archery that we want. See this piece of land? We want this piece of land this time because this is going to be on the ground. Where? So let's look at let's X this. Let's look at the edge up here. So remember, we were trying to push this area so that we could put some other things in this area on the ground. There is a big tree. There it is. There's this tree right here in this section right here, and this is where it should be. Look at this section. Look at this. This is perfect for it. So let's touch down. Let's touch this. Let's go to archery, and let's look at how we can fit it into this space. So level 5, and let's raise it up so we can see the land. And put it here, and let's see how we're going to put this in. So we've got the enchanter sitting right here. This way, with the archers facing out this way, this is the long way. So I think it's a square. Let's see if when we put it this way, does it feel better? And it definitely does. So it feels better if targets are facing out in this direction. Let's bring this down one, and let's see how close we can bring it to Charlie's right here. So let's come here. See, we've got some big trees right in this spot, and that's what I'm looking at. This is actually a walkway piece right here. Let's bring this down one so that it's sitting here. Where is the tree? Is there a tree in this? I think this is the tree, that piece, yes. But this is the real tree right there. So that piece that has the tree in it, we want to line this piece up here with the real tree. That's not the real tree. So let's line, that's not the real tree. This is the real tree. Oh! Wow! Did we need the real tree? Should we be just considering having the real tree? I don't need that corner, so that'll be okay. I like this corner right here. And how did it get in here? Here's a problem, Houston. There's a problem right there. See this right here? See that? With a step down into the guard tower right there. What's Charlie doing? Aw, Charlie. She's just looking. She's actually just watching. I like this lineup right here. So this would line up that they would have to go through Charlie's shop. Now at this corner right here, I don't think there's anything. On the other side, there's definitely stairs and things, but on that side, I don't think there is. Let's see the other buildings. This is the Enchanter here. Right here, see this right here? Yeah. There isn't any place for that to come out to. I like the idea of it being here. It just isn't working kind of the way I want. There's enough room to have something else right over here. Unless we turn this way and have this come back practically to here. Let's have it come all the way back to here, over to here so that it's not overlapping. And is it going outside the build? I think it is. Hold on. Might be outside of the build right there. I'll check in a minute. This is the wrong side of the build, and this is the right side. Let's bring it back one. It is right on that side. And now what do we have? We have this sitting back here in these trees with, so there's one tree on this side, and that tree is not going to be lost. The tree on this side we can repair, because see how tall it is? So we can repair that tree and bring it back. And everything else, oh, this is not bad here. This is definitely not bad here. So they have this stair right here as the entry, the main entry right here. And I'm okay with that because we can have it come down to this ground. Right here, and we have stuff on the other side. So we can have a walkway across here. What level is this? This looks like 146 right here. 146, and this is 146, so we could have it bridge across here to this area and then come down and join that. I like it. The university is right there. We have housing right here, but it's facing in the correct area. Yay, welcome back. What did you miss? Not much. You just missed me attempting to put in a plantation and not really being able to. But I have decided for sure that this is going to be a new location for the archery that we want to have, where they do competitions. And so the competitions will happen in this area here, and this building is going to be like a presentation building, because when you go in, it's got this beautiful area, reception, and then upstairs there's actual seats and places for people to hang out. And so I love this. And right here where this comes to, we can just build a bridge across, and we can build a jungle bridge across there before we even start doing anything. I've got some posts on me. See these spruce posts right here? So let me do, yep, that put a post right there. And that post is there. And right here where this flower is, unfortunately. I think this is in the right place. We'll find out in a minute. And where did it put that one? Yeah, that's in the right place there. So right here, right between these two, we can put this. Let's see. Nope, we can't attach it. Oh yes, we can. So that is a portion right there, but we actually need it to be up one. We need it to be right here. I don't know whether there's anything. It seems like there's something there. There. That's definitely there. All right, so let's come here and let's assign a builder. Assign a builder, and there they are. And then right here, we're going to put a lantern right on this. This is a walkway we're going to bring across right here to here, and then it can come down and join the other walkways here, and this makes a really nice area. We could actually put water in underneath here if we wanted to. So let's get some jungle for a minute. Got a bunch of things here. Let's see what I have. Let's take this away for a moment, and let's come to where this is, and let us do monster to mermaid. So let's switch pack. Let's do monster pack, which is steampunk this time. And let's go to Spruce Road. Nope. Let's go here. Fundamentals. Nope. Let's go to here. And there's oak pillars. We've got some scans that I'll have to turn into actual housing. So let's come back. Infrastructure. Farm road decoration. Infrastructure, E-road. And this one, decoration, cargo sub, and the apiary. And so it must be, there they are. And so let's get, should we do diagonal? Let's see what a diagonal looks like. Let's come here. That was in here? Down, no, that wasn't there. That was in, I know. No. Grr! Infrastructure roads, a straight, infrastructure roads, a corner, how did I lose it just that quickly? Spruce Road, that's how I lost it. Let's do a diagonal, and let's see what the diagonal would look like. So if we had a diagonal coming across, it's not going to work well here. Let's move this up so I can see where that is, right there. So if we had a diagonal coming this way, then that would go over here, and that's not going to work. Let's have the diagonal face the other way. Let's look at where this would be. That's pretty much where it's supposed to be, right in this area right here. Over. Yep, nope, that's where it's supposed to be. And that would go through this tree, and it doesn't lead anywhere. So we do want the straight. So let's come here. Let's come here. No. Here. And let's come down. Wow. How do I keep doing that? That is so wild. That is wild. There. Because it's not in anything. Let's do the straight. Let's bring it straight and turn it this way and line it up right here. And there's the lineup, and it goes right to here. Then we maybe could do a short diagonal if we had it come right here like this. What is this? This is dark oak, isn't it? Let's do something else. Let's go to dark oak. Let's go to infrastructure. Let's go to roads. Let's go to the long walkway. This is a long walkway here. And there it is. Let's look at this and bring it down and see where it would be. So we can see it sitting right there. And it would be attached right here. It is on the ground. It is actually on the ground right there. Excellent. Excellent. So in this case, we can actually put this one here. Construct it. And there we go. Let's X. So this is right at this location. See that piece right there? And then now what? And that's what we're going to see. What do we want to do next? Right here. Let's put one here, and I need it to join up right here. So let me see if there's a diagonal now that will work. So let's come to Dark Oak Infrastructure. Roads. The step up is just a small piece like this. I don't know. Let me see. Let's wait until we get to this part. We're not to this part yet. Let's come through this. So see, we have this old tree here, and we have this here. Now let's use the diagonal. So let's come here. Let's go to monster. And if I don't have one, by the way, I just posted a thing on Seascape. On Seascape. Ooh. Let me see. He's talking, Mr. Villager is talking about posting something in Discord. So we're going to go to Discord for a second and see what it is. Let's look here. Whoa! Wow! Oh, that's gorgeous. Oh, I love it. I love it. You have to show me the other side. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. Oh, I wish you could see it. So Mr. Villager just posted an image in my Discord on Discord, Monster to Mermaid, and in Seascape is where I have images, and it's beautiful. I love it. I absolutely love it. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that with me. Oh, that makes me feel really good. It's beautiful, Mr. Villager. It's gorgeous. Let me come here. Let's use jungle. And this part, select. And let's come. There isn't anything on the other side yet? Okay. That is such a cool beginning. That absolutely is. Wow. Uh-oh. How many hours have we been on? This is about the right time. 2.5, yeah. Let's come here for a second and look at infrastructure and roads, and let's get a short diagonal. There's a long diagonal. Bat pole. A long diagonal and the short diagonal. So this is a short diagonal here. I'll just go ahead and match it, but let me bring this over and put it right here and see if it comes too quickly right here. So see where this is? This is quite interesting. It would be better if we used a jog in this part right here. So let's switch We're in infrastructure, roads. Let's look at a jog. A large jog would be this one. And let's put it here. So this part would be here like this, and it would go around that tree, which is what we're trying to go, and in this tree right here. This is good because most of it is right here like this. See that? And then this comes to here, and we'd have something else going on there. I'm good with this one. So let's come here. You would like to invest something like this for the hardcore. Now, it's fine now to find the will to do the planning and to raise it, to build it. Yeah, cool. I think that's neat. I do. Hardcore would be hard, but it's beautiful no matter what and where you put it. It's really quite lovely. Let's come here and let's do this. We don't want, we just want a level 1 because we're going to change the wood to dark oak and construct it. So we can see where that piece of tree disappeared right there. And we can have that piece come up right here. And these pieces, let me come around on this side. Hold on. Let me make this go away here. On this side, right where these are, we're going to bring the tree up from the ground. So right here and right there. So let's bring this one up and that to that part. And that is what's holding this up. We'll do dark oak for this section under here in just a moment. And that way we're not coming across. See this tree here? When this is finished, we'll bring the tree back down here. And I think we can almost do it now. It'll just be taken down again when they do the level 2. So I'll wait until after the level 2 and do that. Every time you do something like this, you feel like a child showing off a drawing. You hope you're not being too infant. Your brain is at the 200 volts and you simply don't know why. What do you mean? I don't understand. Mr. Villager, I think, did you see it? You got the inner picture. It's too dark. Hold on for a second. Let me look at the inner picture that you can see inside. You haven't noticed. You have a laptop. Okay, hold on. Let's look at the second. Oh. I definitely like that. It is a little dark, but I can see what you're going for. I can see what it looks like. And I really, really like this new build. I think it's going to be so spectacular. I like it a lot. I definitely do. Now, right here, and no, everybody shows off their stuff. I mean, you could actually put that up in, if you were doing Minecolonies, you'd be able to put it up on Minecolonies Discord. Everybody puts their stuff up. Even Ray and the developers show off their stuff. That's not childish at all. And I can completely understand your excitement. And it was terrible for doing wood frames, but it was worth it. It's good? Yes. It's very good. It's very, very good. And yeah, I hope that you will continue to work on it and actually get it to wherever you want it to be, because it is really quite something. And I like it a lot. So here, let's bring this up on this side. We're actually going to have to change this into dark oak. We don't need this part to be different. So we'll put in dark oak in this area here. This is coming down one right here, and walking across, we're going to have a road piece walk across and come down to this section right here. So everyone will know that the archery competitions are happening up the hill from the Mystic Site. So the Mystic Site is right over here. And there's the big celebration area. This is Charlie right up here with this beautiful road. And right going over here, this is the Enchanter right here, like this. So coming down this hill is now going to be the archery at the top of this hill. And this is going to be lovely. So when, before we go into, well, we can't do anything. We can't do anything with this. This actually needs a level 3 barracks, and we're only at level 1. So we have a ways to go before we get to the archery. But there it is, people. Let's take this and down. We don't need these parts anymore. This is what we use to find our way. Let's use the actual axe. And there we go. And so this road comes right to the location. And it's only a 2-drop from there, so they're not going to hurt themselves. And we can begin to take these things down here. And then we'll move, nope, wrong kind. We'll move all of these out of the way. And we'll come right to here and put in these sections right here. So we have this, and by the way, would be pretty interesting if I was available to assist with urban planning. We are smart and organized, but not genius, you know. What are you talking about? I love your plans. I am perfectly happy to work with you on things. The way you work with me, I could suggest some things that maybe would help, but I'm not necessarily interested in anything else any more than you are. We both, we know how much time it takes to do things, and so that sounds like, it really does sound like fun to work with you and your people on that new location. And so the answer would be yes. And the question would be how? How to do that? By suggesting things? Okay. Also, it reminds you, you finally got an overview map for yourself recently. So now it's easier. Yay! Excellent. Excellent. I know what a difference that could make, having an actual map where you can see where things are. Excellent. Yay! So yeah, that sounds really good. And then let's come here. Why don't we go ahead and put this here, put this here. We'll work on that later. That way we can go from one to the other. So yeah, I'm building it. I'm using the jungle design to be the template for, where'd that go? I heard that actually set somewhere, but I don't see it. Maybe it was just my imagination that it did. Hold on. And I think I'll have to take these off for a minute. We'll share it sooner, because right now your mind is in an absolute mess. Okay? Well, whenever you want to is fine with me. That will be fun. That definitely will. So right here, let's take this and bring it around here and down the stairs. So let's take this part out and we'll put this last bit in right here. It is nighttime. I'm not sure that daytime would make too much of a difference right here, but maybe it would. In this part of the forest, it has a tendency to be dark anyway. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. All right. And the good thing about that building is this tree right here is probably going to be trimmed back. We're not going to have a lot of trimming of the upper trees, and that's going to be wonderful, actually. So let's put the lamp right here, right there. Much better light distribution for this area. So this is where the entry is going to be, and then let's look at this part. If we bring it down like this, right here, you see what that's going to look like. I think that's going to work. So this part right here, let's put this here, and then let's get dark oak from here, and we'll put this here. Now, if we want to continue the fact that Arnaaluk that's not dark oak, that's spruce. And this is dark oak right here. If we wanted to continue the idea that Arnaaluk is actually financing this build and providing all the necessary materials, then we will have to get dark oak wood from Arnaaluk to replace the wood that I'm using right in this spot. So that should be interesting. So we're putting in this part here, and I think that's good. Yeah, I know. I can feel it. I'm falling asleep. But I liked it, even if it's just a test build. I like it. I absolutely, good gracious, I definitely like it. Let's bring this up. Do we want to put a lantern here so you can see? Sure, why not? Let's put it right there. And we're going to make this area here into the next level up. Right here. And so right here, where this is, where is it? It's right there. So let's put in this, and let's put this here, this, and this, and this, right in that spot. Let's take this away, and put this in. And what is this? Is this oak? I think it's oak. This is spruce. Ah, I see. There it is. That's dark oak right there. So even on this, even if we didn't change the spruce out, we definitely are changing out this part right here. Is there anything holding this up? Look at this. Can we hold it up from the tree? No, it's resting on the sides, resting in the tree there. So we'll just leave it like that at this moment. And coming down to here. Put this up so they can come like this. So see this part right here? So this is going to be this location right here. Like this, and then this, pretty flower. Right here is going to be the connection to this walkway. There we have it. Let's go ahead and bring this part up to here and have this plug in right there to that, and do the same on this part right here. Let's bring this up to here and have it plug in to that, and this is the 2-step down, and this is the way down. And now let's take this. We have one here, and we can have, there is one here. Let's move it over to here, and that makes it possible to see this walkway coming up to here, and this is the walkway that comes up to the archery competition center, and that is what this is what we have planned for the future. So Charlie is here when Charlie's tree is finished, her guard tower. We don't have official stairs here yet, but we'll probably do some grand stair like that one, just to go up, or we might not make it so. We might just actually make this official right in here, and I think that'll work. We can do that. And so there is Charlie returning to her place. I don't really need this to be here like this. I know. What am I doing? Oh no, that's not a part. Look, I think that might not be a part of it. We'll find out. It is raining. It just started raining. Oh, that was perfect. We got done right before the rains. Excellent. You will go get your place. See you soon. Okay, Thank you, Mr. Villager, for being in chat. And that was fun. Yes, I'd be happy to help. And yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. So enjoy. Obrigado. Bom dia. And so we're going to come down. Yes, it's raining through these trees here. There are places here where it's thick enough that the rain isn't even coming in. We don't have an enchanter right now, but the enchanter's house is right across here. We could just go ahead and put a walkway straight through right there, but we'll wait and see what's going to be built there. Do we want to, or do we just want to put one in? We could just go ahead and put a walkway here. We could. Just going right up to these steps right here. And then we'll see what happens when they start building. Because this is actually a part of the enchanter tower. This, where I just put this walkway. And this is a house. So we'll see if we can do that. Then we can take this exit right here that comes over to here, and we can come down this hill. And it is daytime. It is actually morning here, and so we're not going to have a lot of stuff going on right now. We'll take these tools back and get them repaired. And there's the iron ore we got earlier. Let's see what's going on with our builders. I'm not seeing any builders. So that means that they're all waiting for something to be given to them. And remember, we don't have any makers here. So let's see, 24. So let's come over here. Morgan is the baker, and she is coming to this area, to the entertainment area, and just looking around. Let's go this way. We can go past the restaurant, through the farmer's market, through the entrance to the farmer's market, into the town hall area right here, and then we can go around the corner and into the warehouse. And there we go. And ooh, it's wet and cold outside. So let's come back here. Actually, let's sort, and then let's come back here and see all the things that we need. How many have to come? We need a grindstone. Chain. Ooh, look at these things. A dispenser. Wow. A round spruce pillar I can give her. Some more bottles. We apparently don't have enough. We need some podzol. Lilies? We don't have any lilies here. Alliums. Or a red mushroom. Ooh. And once again, we need honey blocks for the hive builds. So we'll have to get them from, I think there's 2 actually made already for Pitti at Arnaaluk. And Macy wants some bottles too. Boinky boinky. What happened to it? I don't have, hold on a second. Eek! You're stepping on my beak. Let me close. Let me open again. Oh man, don't tell me that. I don't have a mouse. Hold on a second. Let me see, where is he? My trusty knight in shining armor. Let's see where he is. I don't know sleeping. He might be sleeping because he actually, how much time do we have? 10 minutes. And we'll see. If he answers, then he's awake. If he doesn't answer, then he is sleeping. That's so fascinating. My mouse is dead. My mouse is actually dead. And, yep. He is not responding, so he's asleep. So, everybody, this is it. I can't do anything. I can't do anything. I think the only thing I can do is come here, and I don't, I'm not even sure in a line. I'm not sure whether I can get to anything. Let me take a break. I'm going to give everybody an extra half hour because this happened, I think. Hold on for just a second. I don't even think I can get there. I can't do anything. I can't do anything. All right. This is me going. I will be right back. Honey, my mouse is dead. My mouse is dead. I can't even get out of the game. I can't stop the stream. There's nothing I can do.
Oh, that actually.
Yes. Look.
That actually might be a problem. Because,
Oh, does it need batteries?
no. Her mouse
What?
came with me.
Hi, latte.
Needs a cable.
My mouse needs a cable?
You brought your mouse cable, didn't you?
I didn't pack my mouse. Is that the mouse cable there? Is this a mouse cable?
No, that's your keyboard cable. But
Mm-hmm.
if you quickly switch your keyboard to use Bluetooth,
The teeth. And plug
Mouse.
in the mouse.
now you're back.
See, that's why I say he's my knight in shining armor. Thank you.
Knight in shining armor.
Thank you. Well, okay, let me see if my keyboard works. I'm going to see in just a minute. Yes, my keyboard is working. Okay. Thank you. Vincentius Primus, everybody. So he just unplugged the Bluetooth keyboard and plugged in the Bluetooth mouse, which is out of battery. And I'll try and do something with it. Okay, that didn't take as long as I thought it was going to take. So I'm going to just spend a little bit of time. There's like 5 minutes left of the stream. I'm going to look at, we were looking at the things that we needed. Does she have ravioli on her list, but he can't make it yet? Interesting. We'll have to look and see if, just for a minute, but we're on our way. The things that we need all kind of need to come from Arnaaluk. So what we're going to do here is look for stuff to take back. And so I want to take back tomates, if there are any. Whoa, look at the tomatoes. Wow. Okay, so let's come over here. We're going to gather some. We're not taking them all anymore because we have a cook here. So we can take half. There it is. It's back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll take 3. The onions came from Arnaaluk. I don't see any peppers, which is interesting. Let's look at peppers. Maybe they're just in a different refrigerator. I thought I sorted, but let's sort again. And then let's come up here and let's look for peppers this time. It's acting weird, the mouse is, but maybe because it's reading differently. Pepper. And we've got enough. So we can come over, there it is. So it is in a different refrigerator, right back here. And look what we've got. So let's take 3 of these back. 1, 2, 3. And that leaves 3 for them. We've got squash soup still and some potatoes. And we've actually got milk in the warehouse. Whoa. So that is most curious. So now let's come here. And let's go to here. I want to put this up and this up. And then we can get these to go into there. We're taking this iron ore. We'll check and see if there's any more. These can come down. This is, I think, something I made. So I'm putting this here. We've got plenty of room here. Do we? There we go. Let's put the flowers and the greenery right there. So let's see if we've got iron. We could look for corn for a minute. We do have corn. Look at the corn. Yay! Excellent. So now there's corn here. We're just going to do this amount of corn, and we're definitely taking the coffee. So we can come here and add the coffee to that and put the corn right here. And this allows us to see these here. And let's come here and put these things there. Okay. What do I have? So that's corn, peppers, and tomatoes. That's what we grow here. The sugar, I don't know. We'll see what happens with that later. The archery getting settled is great, and I love that location. Let's see. Let's look again for iron. So now we're looking for minerals that haven't been processed. And iron. And we have 10, yay! That iron is from Aaron. And it's over here. Let's see. Oh, and I see some copper. And I see some, yay, tin. Look at this. Coal, iron, copper, copper, gold. Yay! So yeah, we will take those back with us to Arnaaluk so they can be processed. And I think that takes care of everything and everybody that we would want to take back. I think we're good. Let's see how many leaves we have. B-A-V-E. And we're doing fine. So long as we're under 1,000, I'm not going to worry about taking them back. And then we're going to just go ahead and get our lantern right here. We're going to go out. What time of night is it? It is almost 2 o'clock in the morning. So we're going to come up here. And there's that. Let's go. That was actually one of the doors that we could have used. But we'll use the other door because it's closer to the balloon. So we're going to come this way. We're holding a lamp. We're going to come around back down to the town hall right here. We're going to come through here and go down to the balloon transport platform, which is following this wall. The hospital is down below this wall right here, and there is, I think that is Penelope right there, one of our 3 druids. And so we'll come down, and here we are. So here it is. Why don't we put all of the stone and minerals into the luggage. So that's going in the luggage compartment. And then we can take this, come up here, let's close this off, and let's sit down, and let's take out a map. And there we are. We can see the different places that we can land and the different types. So the green ones are actual taxi stations, and we're going to Arnaaluk. And so here we go. We're going to the travel center. And here we are. Oh, look at the moon. How perfect. There's a brand new moon setting behind the glaciers right now. And that just looks gorgeous. So we're going to take that. And wow, isn't that beautiful? Let's do that there. And then here we are with our beautiful monuments. So we're going to get down, and we'll get our stuff out of the luggage compartment, and we'll head towards the warehouses. So yeah, so thank you everyone. Let's come here. I thought it was going to take me longer to get his attention, but luckily that worked out really nicely. So thank you all for being here today. And if you want to see what we did in Arnaaluk this morning, you can go to my Twitch channel, Monster to Mermaid, and it will be there. And so enjoy your games, everyone. Enjoy watching all the other gamers. This is Drone Hands that we are listening to. Drone Hands music. And we are now going to listen to Vincentius Primus. So bye for now, everybody. Look at how pretty. Isn't it gorgeous? It's just so beautiful. It just really is so beautiful. Bye for now.